Hello, my mathematicians. Today we are looking at Module 8, Lesson 7, and we are going to be learning about multiplying fractions. Hopefully by the end of this lesson you'll be able to solve problems involving the multiplication of a whole number or fraction by a fraction. So if you look at this first problem, it says, an annual fundraiser raised 4/5 of the amount of money in 2017, as it did in 2018. $5,000 was raised in 2018. How much money was raised in 2017? In which year do you think more money was raised? Explain your reasoning. Well, if you look, so again, 4/5 of the money that was raised in 2017, or it raised 4/5 of the amount of money in 2017 as it did in 2018, which means that 2018 would have the most amount. So more money was raised in 2018. To find the amount raised in 2017, you need to multiply 4/5 times 5,000, which is finding a part of the whole. So then it says, write an equation to model the problem. Write the whole number factor as a fraction. So what that means is that you're going to put the whole number over 1. So 5,000 over 1. So every time you see a whole number, if you just put over 1, then you just multiply straight across. So I'm going to use my basic math factor. 4 times 5 is 20, and then I'm going to add on the 3 zeros, and 5 times 1 then is 5. So it says solve the equation 4 times 5,000 divided by 5 equals r. How does this equation compare to your equation from part B? Well, if I do 4 times 5,000, so if I do 4 times 5,000 divided by 5 equals r, I'd have 20,000 divided by 5 equals r. And 5 goes into 24 times with the 3 zeros is r. So we get 4,000. And both of these equations model the amount of money that was raised in 2017. How much money was raised in 2017? Write your answer as a whole number. Well, we get the 4,000. And how does our answer compare to your answer from part A? So we have $4,000 and $4,000 is less than 5,000. So more money was raised in 2018. We look at the next page, and the next problem. It says a soccer team is having a fundraiser. Of the items they are selling, 3/4 are gift cards, 2/3 of the gift cards are restaurant gift cards. What fraction of the items they are selling are restaurant gift cards? Write an equation to model the problem. So if we have 3/4 and we have 2/3, and 2/3 of, so we're going to do 2/3 times 3/4, and we're going to multiply straight across. So 2 times 3 is 6, 3 times 4 is 12. So we get an answer of 6/12 of the items. And it says describe how you could have used a visual model to find the answer. Well, I would divide a square into 4 columns and shade 3 to show 3/4. Then divide the square into 3 rows and shade 2 to show 2/3. The total number of rectangles would be the denominator and the shaded and the double shaded rectangles, the numerator. Okay, we're going to look at a couple practice problems real quick. So it says, of the movies in Mr. Jackson's collection, 7/10 are on DVD. Of those, a half are science fiction. What fraction of Mr. Jackson's movies are science fiction DVDs? So we're going to do 1/2 times 7/10. So 1 times 7 is 7. 2 times 10 is 20. So we get 7/20 are science fiction DVDs. So we look at number 2. And the first step is to put our whole number over 1. So we're going to rewrite it as 3/8 times 16 over 1. And then we multiply straight across. 3 times 16 is 48. 8 times 1 is 8. Here we have 1/2 times 3/5. I'm just rewriting it to make it a little bit easier on myself because it's so small. So 1 times 3 is 3. 2 times 5 is 10. So we get 3/10. Then we have 1/3 times 4, and we're going to put it over 1. So always put your whole number over 1. And we have 1 times 4 is 4. And then 3 times 1 is 3, which can be simplified to 1 and 1/3 if you would like. So that is all for today's lesson. I hope that you are now able to solve problems involving the multiplication of a whole number or a fraction by a fraction. And that you remember that in order to be a math person, all you have to do is be a person and do math.